For 5 years, I've maintained my hair, kept it in good condition in order to retain length. Now, I've never felt the need to use a heavy protein treatment, but as a licensed cosmetologist, I did this experiment to evaluate the effects it can have on natural hair. Stay tuned to see how it has impacted my hair for the past 2 months. Hi everyone, this is Avena. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to my YouTube channel, Embrace Natural Beauty, where it has been my goal to share with you simple tips and techniques that have been helpful to me in my own natural hair journey, which has been 5 years now, that have helped me to maintain my hair, to keep it in good condition and retain length, which was always my goal. Because I want all of you who are watching and who follow me to better maintain your hair, to keep it in good condition, and retain length if that happens to be your goal, so that you enjoy your hair and embrace natural beauty of your own. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about this protein treatment that I did on my hair 7 weeks ago. This is a few moments before I applied the protein treatment to my hair. So what I'm doing is looking at the ends of my hair that should be the most impacted because they are older, they're more worn, they're more porous than the rest of my hair. And so I'm looking, this is just my normal pattern, but you can see toward the ends, they do look a little wonky. 8 weeks after the protein treatment, I just wanted to compare how the protein is still impacting my hair. As you can see, the ends of my hair are drawn up. Instead of being tight, defined curls, they are more bunched up and harder to moisturize and define. So now I've taken my hair down from the puff, and as a way to locate those ends of my hair that I was looking at in the puff, I put a paper clip on them so I can identify them, and there they are, and that's where they fall. I'm going to do a lot of comparison in this video, and so after seeing the 9-day-old wash and go that was prior to the protein treatment, look at my 11-day-old wash and go 8 weeks after the protein treatment. Is still having an impact on the ends of my hair, as you can see. Another comparison is how the hair looks on wash day after it's fully dried. So here I am right after the treatment has been applied, and you can see how my hair looks. Show that in comparison to my hair looked the week before the protein treatment, fully air dried. Completely different. Before the treatment, my hair was nice throughout. It was pretty much uniform. But now, after the treatment, my hair is more bunchy in the center and on the ends. In this comparison, I'm showing side by side a full week, 9-day wash and go, and a wash day wash and go the day of the treatment. What I was looking at here is how drastically the shape of my hair in the wash and go looks. And now facing forward, you can see in this frame, the after treatment hair looks more stringy, especially toward the top, and bunchy on the ends. I also wanted to look back at how protein performs on my hair. So I pulled up a portion from the video on how I know that I'm protein sensitive, and I wanted to show you when I used a product line that contained proteins that made it difficult for me to absorb moisture. This is what my hair looked like, okay? Very different on wash day, fully aired, fully dried. If you'll notice on the left, using the Affirm products, my hair didn't bunch up on the ends. It was just extremely difficult to moisturize on the top. Whereas after the treatment, my hair did get moisturized, but it turned very stringy on the top and the bottom became very bunchy. So the impact was different and the proteins used were different. It was also important for me to compare what my hair looked like at the end of that wash day before I dried it using the same products. See how different my hair falls? Look here, 6 weeks later, the bottom of my hair, extremely curly, tight curls on the end, and my hair looks so much fuller. You can tell it's definitely coated with the protein still 6 weeks later. See how full the hair on the right hand side looks? same products, just 6 weeks difference, and of course the difference is the protein treatment. So 6 weeks later, this was either the same day or the next day. Not the best clip, but this was the only video that I took of this wash and go, and I was at the salon with the light on the back of my head. But then I also caught a couple of clips in preparation for the Periscope broadcast that I did the next night on it was Sunday evening. I did get a lot of definition, but my hair was so bushy to me, so full that I kept it in a ponytail. And by the end of the wash and go, day 7, my hair was very stiff, and I just was reviewing it before washing it, and I noticed, I was making note here, that even after all that I went through, this is 6 weeks later, I have a lot of definition in the low porosity areas of my hair, all the way to the root, and I also have definition in the high porosity section of my hair. Now granted, this is day 7, so it doesn't look that great, but I did get more definition than I normally would. So the only area that was bothering me was the ends of my hair where it was so bunchy. And look how full and dry my hair looks. That was another thing I didn't like. I'm sure a lot of you would like to know the name of the protein treatment. It's no secret to a lot of you in the natural hair community. And so I never really wanted to call this a formal review or product review because this is a product that's designed for professional use. And so I just wanted you to know I used a 1 ounce sample size package, and these are the ingredients, of which I do not have an issue with hydrolyzed proteins, but it's that magnesium I believe had the most impact on my hair. And so looking back at, again, the day before the treatment, looking at the way my hair looked on the ends, I wanted to throw all the way back to 2014 when I was 2.5 years natural. And I did this video on YouTube called From Frizzy Fro to Bouncy Curl or something like that. I'll put the link in there. But I want you to see how the ends of my hair looked at 2.5 years natural. They look pretty similar. And again, this was my first time ever doing a protein treatment on my hair. This side-by-side comparison of my wash and go from 2.5 years ago and today, the very difference is that the way that I used to style my wash and go, as you can see, they were much chunkier curls, but the ends of the hair pretty similar, with the exception of the fact that on the right hand side they're a little bit more bent. The ends of my hair are bent because I do put my hair up in a pineapple, but then I stuff it into the scarf in order to keep it from falling to my face now that it's so long. Now really quickly before I close out, I wanted to explain 7 weeks after the treatment, this is what my hair looks like with the Echo Styler and the Shea Moisture doing the wash and go in comparison to the Wonder Curl wash and go. So I do have a lot of definition. It's all bunchy on the ends and it's more shiny with the Echo Styler in comparison to the Wonder Curl. I was able to get one more wash and go in this video to show how my hair is progressing to getting back to normalizing rather. And again, I went back to the Wonder Curl. I'm looking here at the definition that I got in the high porosity section. It's still very well defined on both sides. But as you can see, the hair does not look as shiny as it did 7 weeks after with the Echo Styler, but it certainly is not as dry as it was 6 weeks after the treatment when I used the Wonder Curl product. So my hair is definitely progressing toward receiving more moisture. The definition in the low porosity section and the high porosity sections of hair are tremendous. The Aphogee 2-step protein treatment is designed to stop hair breakage, rebuild hair structure for 6 weeks, and on the package literally says that it's ideal for color-treated, relaxed, or permed hair. Yet a number of you have, I believe a number of you have used this on your natural hair, and so I'd like to know if you would share in the comment section down below what your experience has been using the Aphogee 2-step or any other intense, heavy protein treatment. And I shared this experience that I had with all of you because you know that I've been going through this for the past couple of months. Also because I know a number of you often ask, how often should you do a protein treatment? And I want you to understand, if you were to do, the Aphogee treatment or any heavy protein treatment, it can have a serious impact and heavy consequences on your hair to the point where some of you experienced or may feel like your hair is damaged. And so if you do try a protein treatment like the Aphogee, there are ways that you can restore your hair without doing anything crazy, and I will be sharing that in the next coming video, how I maintained my hair over the past 2 months. Thank you for watching this evaluation of the Aphogee 2-step protein treatment on my hair. I'd love to hear about your own experiences with heavy or intense protein treatments, so stay connected with me on various social media platforms and chat live with me on Periscope on Monday evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can download the app on your smartphone and be sure to follow me at Embrace in Beauty in order to get the alert when I go live. And as always, thank you so much for watching.